PYRIN is being shut down. This naturally leads to a sharp drop in its value and, of course, an extreme sell-off. The community is upset and is looking for individuals who have been involved with PYRIN. It's not pleasant, but we will take a closer look at the situation. Hey, and welcome to the Crypto Owl. Today, we have some not so great news. PYRIN is now being shut down, and we can see that reflected in the price, indicating that things are not going well. We see this drastic red candle within the last hour, so I am still quite up to date here. We see here the announcement, and since then, a few things have happened. The announcement was made via Discord. We will take a look at the link and the text right now, and then a bit later, we will also check the text in Telegram. This is the one here, and we would like to read through it together. Specifically, PYRIN is being shut down. As already mentioned, I joined the project as a contractor, took over the development phase, and eventually declared myself a co-founder. Over time, several people have joined as a decentralized team, but some have also left. We faced many challenges during this time, but the development path proceeded as planned despite delays. I have asked to join this in the past few weeks, which was helpful in the direct plan to address several internal issues with PYRIN, but it already felt back then as if it was a lost cause. So the problems have been ongoing for a longer time, not just now. Although we have only dealt with the technical challenges, we have decided for other reasons that it is right to stop. Against this background, I would like to share a few repos that could be useful for the community as a whole. This means that they are even making their items available here, which they have had until now, including the POV hash, the PYRIN Statum, and the PYRIN app. They are making these available here on GitHub. So it is possible to continue working if someone wants to do so. Here we see the details, and he continues to write in this context that the current death band is at 24.47 million pi, which we will not touch at all. Several members of the core team suffered financial losses, but our personal time and money were a risk we took. Yes, and of course we can now see very clearly that the price is dropping extremely because in the long run, the entire project is ultimately coming to an end. If we take a look at what they last posted on Twitter, or rather at X, we see that everything was actually still positive on September 20th. With the AMA, the roadmap was updated on September 17th, and now, nearly a month later, it is all over. For example, if you open the Explorer now, it directly says green is shutting down at the top. More info can be found on Telegram or Discord. This ultimately means that PYRIN will definitely be shut down. Actually, the whole topic was very positive, and I had been in contact with someone from the team about half a year ago. I really have to say that the vision behind this proof of AI work was actually a positive thing. At the same time, they have used the Ghost deck, which was developed by Kaspa, or at Kaspa, is anchored in the Kaspa protocol, and was also launched there. So essentially, it's a Kaspa fork, but at the end of the day, it just wasn't enough. I personally introduced you to PYRIN on the YouTube channel, and many people were excited about it and, of course, actively traded PYRIN. Of course, I hope that at the end of the day, you still come away with something useful, meaning some money from this situation, and that the losses are not too high in the end. We see that the losses are definitely likely present for most, and that there are also significant sell-offs happening here. Many people will simply sell via the market and not use a limit order, as some limit orders are already in place here. I believe that they will not be filled. I think that the market orders will be filled at the few buy orders that are here. Therefore, I can well imagine that the price might not drop significantly. Just because the 24.4 million PYRIN are also not being touched, this also means for everyone who still wants to sell, throw in the market order and sell if you want to get out of here. There are now the first rumors saying to be careful if someone takes over because the dev code is open source and theoretically everything can be continued with all the data that is available. I wouldn't speculate on it. I would really advise you to say to cut your losses unless you say here is some venture capital, which he says I might try again with $50 that I throw in at this current price, or you wait until this news has spread because right now I don't think everyone in the community is aware of it. Of course, this whole topic is currently skyrocketing. Just the fact that comparison sites for coins are already stating things like PYRIN is the absolute loser, down 35% in 24 hours, is remarkable. So here, create an alert for example, PYRIN, as we can see that the loss or the price drop on the chart has continued to decline. Let's go to the daily chart, and what we actually see as positive is that they haven't started selling the team here yet. Otherwise, we would probably have seen a larger red candle in this area or in the days before. While we do see that there were sales, I don't believe that the majority of the team actually sold anything. Rather, they simply stated that it has come to an end. Or one had already said many days ago, but that was back in August with this last green candle. Then one should have been sure to sell here to get out a little. At the end of the day, you don't really know, but for now, the chart looks like no one sold off significantly beforehand, at least not from those who decided to shut the whole thing down. But of course, you can't say it with 100% certainty, but it is quite possible that everyone really pressed the sell order at the same time or entered the market. In any case, it is a fact that PYRIN is closing. We can see it here in the Explorer again. It is shutting down, definitely. PYRIN itself, as I said, I wouldn't speculate further and say something like 1,000. Maybe I'll leave $50 in here or invest $100 now. Anyone who is willing to can certainly do so, because if we take a look at the order book, there are still positions being bought. For example, almost 1 million PYRIN that are being attempted to be purchased here, which want to be bought here. Whether these are people who are speculating or perhaps the new founders who have said they will take over everything, it is unknown. Anything is possible. I personally would advise you that if you still want to get out, now is your opportunity to sell everything and at least come out of this with something, so you don't end up with nothing at the end of the day. Yes, the conclusion of it all is quite difficult because the team itself is currently not really accessible. The people who are known, you can't really get any information from them. We see that they have published some things here on GitHub about 1 hour ago. So we see it here, that was 1 hour ago. And here you can download the data if you say you want to take over the project. This could lead to someone really saying, look, I have supported PYRIN, I think the vision is great, and what they have achieved so far is actually quite good. I can continue working with that. I personally wouldn't speculate on that. Of course, there will be people who might try it. Maybe you are one of them. So you can use the exchange Maxi. You can find the link to it in the video description where you can simply buy green. Personally, I wouldn't put anything more in here because it's an absolute gamble. And currently there is nothing in sight, at least not publicly. Very important, what happens internally is something that only a few have any insight into. In this sense, you are informed. By presenting this project to you, I can also say in the end that I have wrapped it up. Also, this is the end. In this sense, I hope you still enjoyed the video. Feel free to give the video a like, share it with your friends, or wherever you know people are invested in PYRIN. With that said, I want to thank you all for watching and see you in the next video, 2001.